All right, here we go. All right. Oh, man, I almost choked there. But, hey, what's going on, guys? My name is CQ here. Pow! Low. You already know. Let's go. What's going on, guys? I'm over here. I have this privilege and opportunity here to be able to be sitting down here with one of my coaching students. His name is Joshua. I'm going to give him a couple of minutes to introduce himself to you. But on today's session, specifically what you guys are going to be learning, if you guys are watching this or listening, wherever you guys are watching this, either on Anchor, YouTube, wherever you guys are watching this, I really want you guys to pay close attention because today we're going to be specifically talking about three things that Joshua right now is having some problems with in his e-commerce. We're going to come up with solutions today, and we're going to come with strategies that he can implement today. So let me go ahead and share with you what those three things are before I go ahead and introduce you to Joshua. So really quickly, first thing that Joshua right now is looking to get some answers on is the proper ad copy that you should have whenever you're promoting a product on Facebook ads, right? What kind of text should you have? What kind of wording should you have, right? The second one's going to be how to create a proper funnel. Okay, how to create a proper funnel. For those who don't know what a funnel is, we'll talk a little bit later on this segment exactly what a proper funnel is. And then he wants to learn how to read metrics, right? He had an experience not too long ago where he actually spent $200 and he only came out $60 in revenue selling this ring that he was promoting on Facebook that we'll talk about. So we'll definitely hit those metrics. We'll talk a little bit about that. So those are going to be the three specific things that we're going to be talking about on this session here today, okay? So please make sure you pay attention, pull out your notebook, because I really believe that you guys are going to get some wisdom nuggets here that I think you guys can implement and help you get to the next level in your e-commerce store. With that being said, Joshua, are you there, brother?
Yeah, hey, what's going on? I was listening to everything you're saying. So you'd like me to introduce myself?
For sure, man. Go for it, brother.
Awesome. Yeah, so hey, everybody. My name is Joshua. I've been running e-com for, off and on for a few, I'd say 4 months or so now. And I've been learning a lot. And I'm, very honored and feel privileged to be a student of Paulo's and learning more material about this. My goal in this e-commerce journey is to make enough residual income to not need to work at my job anymore. And I also believe that it's wise to have a lot of different online income streams. And I think this e-commerce website is a very viable one. It's really hot right now. And so I'm really looking forward to learning about it. Something about me in my career, I do software engineering. I know a lot of things about web development, which I think will help me there, help me in this e-commerce niche. Though there's a lot of things where you don't really need to know code to to be successful in most of this. So that's one thing that I think is really great about how a lot of people can get into this work without needing to be crazy technical. And I think in that there's a lot for me to learn about marketing, and I really look forward to hearing about what advice Paulo has to give to me, or Paolo has to give to me to show me how to be more successful in my e-commerce store.
Sounds good, brother. Sounds good. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and get started right now. I want you to pull up some examples of some of the ad copy that you've done in the past where maybe you had some doubts, or maybe you probably said, you know what, maybe this is not converting because of my ad copy. So why don't we start off there? I think the best way to start off and to build up is by using examples that you've already used and kind of build from there. Does that make sense?
Yeah, definitely. When you say ads, do you mean the ads on my fan pages specifically, or on my?
Yeah. So like the page posts, yeah. So the ad specifically, and yeah, we will be kind of blurring some of the products you're promoting, just
Sure.
obviously it's your store and it's your products, and that kind of stuff could be private. So, but if you could pull up ads that have ad copy that you've written.
So right now I'm pulling up the Power Editor. Maybe you could just see the ad sets from my Power Editor in Facebook. Would that work?
Yeah, whatever. You can do it through Power Editor, Ads Manager. It's all the same.
Great.
And then when you get a chance, if you could share your screen.
Yep. Let's see. Are you?
Yep, I can see it. Okay, perfect. So, yeah, let's see one of them.
Yeah, so I don't have many ads right now. A lot of it is just my old ads. I literally
that's fine.
Maybe I'll just show the one that I lost a lot of money off of recently.
Okay. Yeah, let's take a look at that one.
So
You're running a video ad.
selectors. No, this wasn't the one. I believe it was this one. Yeah, it was this one.
Okay, cool.
It's I'm looking for a way to open this up. It's a pop-up ad. Here's the canvas.
Okay.
When you click it, they see this canvas here.
Okay, cool. Okay, so they see that right there when they click it.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So fate has chosen you to unlock your inner power with this exclusive Lord of the Ring. That's it, right?
Yep.
Okay, so this is a good thing. Okay, so normally here's kind of how I like to do things, and this has just proven to work, over and over and over. Is always start off with a question. Okay, so when you're doing this, one thing I do see is I think it's a great headline. I think it's cool. However, and you're using keywords from the movie, I could see that. However, there should be a question, right? Where you're asking them a question, kind of like, hey, do you like the Lord of the Rings, or are you a fan of the Lord of the Rings, or is Lord of the Rings your favorite all-time movie, or something where you're asking a question that's going to get them to say yes. Okay, as soon as you do that, you can kind of get right into it, right? And you can say something like, perfect, because this week we're offering a 50% discount, or better yet, we're giving away, I don't know what kind of promotion you're running here. What are you running, a free plus shipping or retail? What's going on here?
It's just pure retail with a free
Okay,
shipping.
so how much are you selling the ring for?
I vary between $9 and $11. I need to look at the store to get exact figures.
Okay, cool. So you could so you could say something like, you can say something along the lines where you're kind of basically saying, hey, this week, you can get this ring at 50% discount. So even though the ring is $9, what you could do, so you can technically not lie about that and you could be honest about that, is in Shopify, the comparison price can actually be like $19.99. So when people click on it, they are going to see that 50% discount. So you technically can add that into your ad copy. So hey, perfect, because this week we're giving this Lord of the Rings ring at 50% discount, a perfect gift for you or for someone or a friend. Tag 2 people to receive 50% off, or click here to take action on this discount today. Something where it's like a more direct call to action, and also helping people realize that they're getting this at a really sweet deal. Okay, so a ring is something that is a high perceived value, right? Whenever you take a look at, I haven't wearing a ring because I'm married. But when you take a look at a ring, it's a high perceived value. So one of the ways that you can present that to someone and show them that it is a high perceived value is by letting them know that it was this price, but now you're giving it to this price by saying that 50% off really, really works. That 50% off really works. And Josh, what I'll do is, like, after this call, I'll send you some examples, some ads examples where I've just used a picture like this, and then on the bottom is a banner that says 50% off today or 50% off this week. That 50%, just throwing that out there, that 50% really, really just grabs people's attention, because anytime you're giving away something 50% off, it's going to make people go, how much can I really get it for? Or, wow, this is a really good discount. It used to be $19.99 and now I'm only getting it for $9. So that's a couple things that I don't see on here. Obviously, you're running a different kind of ad here. It's like a Canva ad. I personally don't run these kind of ads. I like to stick with either video ads or just plain post ads. I think those work best and they still convert. Not to say that this doesn't convert. It's just that this is something that I haven't really messed with. But I just kind of stick with the post ads and the video ads. But even if you were to do something like this, I think it's cool. I think that you could incorporate those things. Does that make sense?
Yeah, definitely.
So let's do a quick example here. So based on the information that I've given you, how would you structure this differently now?
Well, I wouldn't use a Canvas ad. I'll look for a video ad, since from my education, I know videos just are more popular and get people to look at them more.
Josh, look, let me show you something really quickly. Can you see my screen? You can still see my screen, right?
I don't. Let me see if I can pull that up. I see your face.
All right, cool. Check, this is an example here, but check this out. This is a video ad, and I use this application. I'm going to send it to you. I want you to download it. It's really powerful. I think it's.
Should I be seeing your screen right now or no?
No, you don't. You shouldn't be seeing it. You could see my face, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that application, and it allows you to create video ads with pictures. It's really powerful. This is just one example.
Wow, that's awesome.
So I just literally sent you I sent it through chat, that application. It's a free application. It helps you create the music. It already comes with the music. It's really simple. All you're doing is uploading pictures of the product, and it's automatically going to create a video slide for you. What I recommend is you do on sale, because you could put the text on the pictures. So on one picture you can put on sale, and then on the next picture it could say 50% off. So on sale, 50% off, and it can kind of keep going back and forth. On
Wow.
sale, 50% off. On sale, 50% off. On sale, 50% off. And it's really cool. I think it's really neat, and I think it's really simple. I like to keep things simple. And I think simplicity works really well. All right, so yeah, so now given the fact some of the information I've given you, how would you structure this differently?
Yeah, well, I definitely use that quick ad. I would make a compilation of all those videos and lay some music over it. I would do what you say and just say, special sell, and then the next picture 50% off or something like that.
Okay, yeah, but regarding the ad copy, now that I've given you that information, how would you implement this into this right now? Like, let's just say that you were going to relaunch this. How would you incorporate the ad copy in here?
Got it. Well, I think of your first suggestion where, say, think of a question to ask instead of just saying, fate has chosen you, blah, blah, blah. So I suppose first I just want to think about how do I rephrase what I have appear into a question. And I'm not sure what I'd say exactly. Off the top of my head, I'm thinking maybe, do you feel like fate has given you, the power to get this ring? Or
Too long. Keep it short. And it could be very cliche too. I mean, it works.
Okay. Do you want to seize the power of this exclusive LOTR ring?
Too long.
Okay. What do you? We have chosen you for this. Do you want to be chosen for this ring?
Too long. You can keep it simple.
Okay.
Do you love the Lord of the Rings?
Do you love the Lord of the?
Honestly, it seems like it's not gonna work because it's like that's too simple. That can't be the answer. But that is the answer. It works. And you could put some emojis on top of that. So like you could use some emojis because that's emojis do grab attention. So you could do you love the Lord of the Rings, and you could put like a fire or or you could put a heart, or you could do something, or you could say something like who's your favorite character in the Lord of the Rings, or
That was awesome. Like what I got from that is I'm thinking too hard about it.
You're thinking way too hard about it. Yeah, you're zoning in too deep into it that you're not seeing the bigger picture. The bigger picture is that you just got to get them to agree. That's all you have to do. You have to get them to agree. Hey, do you love the Lord of the Rings? Oh, yes, I do. And then boom, now you start off with the next question, which is great because this week we're giving this Lord of the Rings at a 50% discount. Tag 2 friends and receive this. Or you don't even have to say that, but you can say, you're receiving this at 50% off. Click here to get access. It's very simple. It's question, then what you're offering, which is a discount, and then the call to action. Like that's the 3 steps. That's like the 3 steps right there. The question, the offer, and then the call to action. That's it. So let's try this again. How would you do this? And let's keep it simple.
Okay. I would say, do you like the Lord of the Rings? Right now I have an exclusive offer for 50% off. Just click this link and you can get yours now.
That sounds perfect. Because you're not selling, it's like sometimes people get so overwhelmed with the ad copy, or they think too much about the ad copy. It's like selling physical products is a little different than selling like digital products or affiliate offers, right? Where a lot of people go deeper into the ad copy. But with these kind of products, these are like physical products. These are like consumable products. Like when I go on Amazon.com, their ad copy is not like, it's not so persuasive and so, like it's not like subliminal messages. I'm going to Amazon.com because I pretty much already know what I want to get, and I'm looking for a short description. And I'm really not even looking too deep into the description because I've already made my mind that I am some kind of a fan of what I'm going to buy. So I think just keep it simple, and I think things will work out for you. So I think that right there, that little template, you can customize it, and you can put it into however you want to do it. And then and I would recommend start off with some post ads, and then we can work this into it later, because the post ads and the video ads have been working forever. Every time some Facebook comes up with something new, I take a few. I don't jump right into it. I let it kind of just work itself out, and then I kind of dive into it afterwards. I've seen that it's proven. But yeah, all right. So that's taken care of. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And right now in my
Cool.
head, I'm thinking about what materials could I read to, get improve in my proficiency in asking the simple questions, knowing the offer and being creative with calls to action.
For sure, for sure. No, that totally makes sense. So what we're gonna do now, Josh, is we're going to kind of just jump into the metrics, okay? And then if we have time, we'll go into the funnel. So really quickly, you invested $200 and you only got $60 out of it. Let's go to your ads manager. Your ads manager will let us know a little bit more.
Definitely. So ads manager. Oh, I remember I still have that the metrics you gave me before in one of our coaching sessions.
Well, works. Those metrics work. They're powerful.
Yeah. So this is the ad that I spent way too much money on.
Okay, cool. So what we're gonna do is cool. So you're gonna keep it up. Okay, so lifetime. So you only made $41.97, and you spent over 206.86 on this specific ad. Okay, cool. So let's take a look at it. So the CTR is super high. Okay, CPC is really low. Okay, keep going.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, keep going. Website add to carts. Now here's where things kind of get off a little bit. The website add to carts are very, very high. Typically, you want the cost per website add to carts to be about $5. Okay.
Oh wow.
Yeah, because if you think about it, you're selling the product for $9.99. The add to cart alone is more than what you're selling it for. You're not even going to break even. You're going to go into the negative like you did. So what did you say?
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
So I suppose where I think I may have been wrong is I was training for 100 content views, and I thought maybe by training on my add to cart that the number would have just like magically gone down after enough training on that conversion.
No. So, it's really going to come down to the targeting. It's going to come down to, how your theme looks as well. Like, does this have reviews, right? Like when people like 67, like reviews are a big thing. Like 67% of people look at the reviews before they buy anything. 20% of people only buy stuff that they see reviews on. So, so I think reviews is a big one. There's other components and other variables. That's not the only one. But for the sake of this, let's take a look at some of these metrics. Okay, so lifetime, you can clearly saw that this was a loser. Okay, but let's kind of expand a little bit more on it, and let's give you some more clarity on how you can prevent this from happening. Okay, so let's start. When did you start running this ad specifically?
That was a while ago, 2 weeks ago, and I ran
How long ago?
Not sure. Maybe I can check somewhere on the ads manager.
Yeah, what you could do is go to on the right-hand corner at the top. You see where it says lifetime?
Yeah.
Click on that. And then, so does March 22nd ring a bell?
Yeah, I think it was well, no, I was definitely, this is 2000, see, I think it was definitely after that. It was after my birthday, which was April. So it was definitely more around this month
Okay,
time.
so yeah, so click on one of those days then.
Okay.
Click on one.
Yeah, it was like, I know like ended it like 2 weeks ago.
So no, it was not on that day. No.
Okay.
So keep going.
So,
Okay, that's more like it. Okay, so right off the bat, okay, yeah, so June 30th, that's more like it. So right off the bat, the big thing that I see here is that, all right, so really quickly, click on columns again, and then just click performance for now. Keep going. Okay, so it looks like your budget was like $15. Is that about right?
yeah.
Okay, so right here, this is a big mistake right here, okay? When you're testing stuff, I don't think you need to go for $15. My opinion is that you should actually start off at $5 a day until you feel like it's proven. Jumping into it at $15 can really be pushing it, especially if it's not proven, and especially if you're tight on a budget. I recommend you start with $5 because Facebook will stretch those $5 to really give you what you need, okay? So right off the bat, here's what we're going to do. We're going to fast forward this, and we're going to do June 30th. So let's take a look at the really quickly. Before you do that, exit out of that and go back to the metrics that we had installed here originally earlier on. Okay, and let's take a look at the first day and how this performed. Okay, so CPM is about 1142. CTR is 805. Okay, CPC is 23 cents. Now, Josh, really quickly, who are you targeting? Are you targeting how many? Are you just targeting America, or are you targeting the whole world?
I think it was just straight Lord of the Rings fans.
I know, but what countries?
Oh, good question. I think it was just US.
Okay, cool.
I'm pretty sure.
So, all right, so let's keep scrolling down to the right just to see how those metrics start to play out. So the first day, your CPC was 23 cents cost per link click. Let's take a look at the next. Let's fast forward this 3 days. So 3 days forward. So let's go into July, and let's just take a look at how that was there. And you've kept it. Did you keep it at $15? Yeah, you pretty much did.
Yeah, I was doing 5 a day, and then I hiked it up. There was a bit of laziness on my part, so I was thinking, well, I could run 3 ads, but this one seems like it's really good, so I'm going to go on this, all in on this one for a while and see what happens. That's how
So now it's July 3rd. Now go all the way to the right-hand side.
Yeah.
So it's July 3rd, okay? And you started running it July 30th, okay? And you still don't you don't have an add to cart, but let's just to prove this, can you do July 30th to July 3rd? July 30th to July 3rd. I think you're gonna have to back up a little bit. I'm sorry, June 30th to July 3rd. Okay. And you have 3 add to carts. Okay, 3 add to carts. The add to carts are $19.99. And you had your first purchase.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then your cost per website purchase is $59.96. Okay, these are really alarming numbers. Okay, so by June 3rd, you already should have some kind of red flag going on because you're going, my cost per active cart is costing me way more than what I'm even selling this for. And then it took me $59.96 that I had to spend to make a purchase.
Got it.
Now, you don't have to be a math genius to see that these numbers will not work out for you in the long run.
Definitely.
So we were able to figure that out in those 3 days, okay? And simply because it could be, and this is an interesting one because your CPC is super low. It's very low.
Mm-hmm.
And it could deceive you into thinking that this may be the one.
That's what happened to me.
But let me tell you something. It's never just one that's going to be the one. It's going to be a multitude of ads that create the one, if that makes any sense. So the biggest deception that you can get into is thinking that one ad is going to make you like, that's the one that's going to bring all the money. And yeah, in some cases that works, but most of the times it's an accumulation of a lot of $5 ads and a lot of calculated ads that have been scaled by 20%, right? And they've kind of gone up and down. It's an accumulation of sometimes turning a bunch of ads and then turning a bunch of old ones back on. So it's never just going to be, it's rarely just going to be on the shoulders of one ad. So the more you start kind of start thinking to yourself, and the more you start going, okay, it's not just going to be one, it's going to be an accumulation of a bunch of ads that are really going to launch this forward. It's going to get you off of the thinking that this one is going to help you make that money, right? So what you could have done is you could have taken the $15 and you could have broken it across into 3 different ways. You could have tested the Canva, you could have tested the video ad, and you could have tested the post ad instead of putting all of your money just in one. And on top of that, by July 3rd, a red alarm should have gone up already, because you could see that the cost to add to cart is close to $20, which there's no way that you could ever be profitable, because if it's costing you $20 just for someone to add to cart and you're selling this for $9, even with $4.99 shipping, you still wouldn't be profitable. And then when you look at how much money you have to spend to make one purchase, it's $59.96. It's totally fine if you have a bunch of upsells and you have a funnel in place. Like if you have a funnel that's going to get people to buy over $100 worth of Lord of the Rings gear, then it's totally cool, because $59.96 means you could keep spending that. But how long can you keep spending Facebook ads knowing that you have to spend almost $60 before you make a purchase? You're going to go broke that way, and you could have figured that out on the 3rd day if you would have paid more close attention to the ads. Does that make sense?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so what I recommend is when you're doing something like this, start with $5 ads, number one. Number two, it's never going to be on the shoulders of just one ad. And the more money you keep putting on that one ad, you're probably going to end up losing a lot of money, because you're putting all your faith on one thing, and instead of diversifying across the board. You could have done this many different ways. That option that I gave you, that could have been one. Another option you could have given is you could have targeted just Lord of the Ring characters. Then you could have targeted just Lord of the Ring movies. Then you could have targeted just Lord of the Ring books. Like there's just many, many different ways that you could have diversified this $200 that you spent just to make $40 or whatever the case was. That could have definitely helped you out. And then when it comes to looking at the metrics, these metrics just tell you the truth. I mean, that's why I love these metrics, and they're just simple, straight to the point, straight to the punch, and straight to the punch. So does that make sense?
That makes a ton of sense, actually. And I feel like I just kind of shot myself in the foot. I had a feeling that this wasn't this was a poor investment. But at the same time, I just really wanted to see like what happens if I just saw one thing through and just like see what happens.
Yeah, for sure. You definitely want a funnel in place if that's kind of the thinking you want to do. Now, a couple of things that I do want to let you know really quickly. So most people don't create multiple ads because of that reason. They get lazy, and they think that they actually think that let me just make sure.
I think you're lagging out. Oh,
Can
no,
you
you're
hear
there. Never mind.
Can you hear me?
Can I ask one metric question real quick?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, go for it.
So you said this website add to cart was way too high for my first add to cart. I'm wondering, when testing the ad, should I wait till I have like 3 add to carts to know if the add to cart is too high, or was the first one enough?
Your add to cart should be about $5.
Right. But like, say the first one's $10 and the second one's $8 and then the third one's $6. Like, would I want to like wait till I have more add to carts and look for a trend before I know whether or not I should exit out, or should I say, okay, if I don't get any add to carts in 3, after spending $15, this is not worth it at all. And
Yeah, for sure. No, that's a great. Depends. Like sometimes I've seen that sometimes I've seen that you only need to spend $5 to figure it out. But sometimes, in most cases, you have to either spend $10 or a little bit more than $10, like 10 to 15. When you spend over $20 and you still don't have any add to carts, you're not really seeing you're not really seeing, the metrics that you're looking for after spending $20, then that could be a very good time for you to pause the ad and really take a look at it entirely, the overview of the lifetime of that specific ad. But I recommend you kind of like you either give it 3 to 5 days, or you can spend 10, 15, or 20 and kind of start making your decision on whether you're going to pause it. You don't have to kill it, but you can pause it for now based after you spend that much money. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. One friend who I have in this gave me one rule of thumb, which this conversation made pop into my head, and he said to never spend more than 3 times the product price in your test. So if the product costs $20, be okay spending 60. If it costs $10, be okay spending 30. I'm wondering if you might have an opinion on that.
I think that everybody has sets of rules of how to do certain things. I don't think there's a right or wrong. I think there's always a better way to do certain things. And I think if that's something that's worked out for him and he's got results, yeah, I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like if it works out for you and that's something that works good for you, that's great. The way I look for it is kind of just based off of those rules. It's like if I spend 20, I'm looking at what's happening throughout my days. I'm looking at what happened yesterday. So I'm going to give you a set of rules right now. We're going to end this. We're not going to get to the funnel part, but I think you'll find this super handy. But basically, here's the thing. Going back to what I was saying, like most people don't spread it out because they are lazy. And they're only lazy because they think that by creating multiple ads or creating more ads, it's going to create more work. As a matter of fact, you can actually monitor 50 or even 100 ads in just about 5 minutes using this small little technique that I'm going to show you right now.
It's about 5 what? You lagged out for a sec.
Okay, yeah. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you could actually manage 50 to even 100 ads in one campaign using this little technique that I'm going to show you right now. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, so you should actually the only reason why you're not going to do this because you think it's more hard work, but it's really not. So I'm going to give you some time. You should actually be looking at your ads throughout the whole day. So you should be looking at your ads at 9 a.m., at 12 a.m., at 3 p.m., at 6 p.m., and at 8 p.m., okay? Now, when you're looking at your ads in these time zones, let me give you a set of rules on what you're looking for within these time frames. Around 9 a.m., what you're looking for is you're looking at what happened yesterday, okay? What happened yesterday. So when you look at your ads at 9 a.m., you're really looking at what happened yesterday. And based on yesterday's performance, you're going to pause or you're even going to turn some ads on, okay, depending if you have ads that you had turned off. But most cases, whatever happened yesterday, if some ads didn't do really well yesterday, you're probably going to pause them for the following day. If some ads did really good for yesterday, you're going to probably scale them up vertically by 20% in little increments, okay? Around 12 p.m. to 3 p.m., what you're looking for that specific day is you're looking for clicks. You're looking for that CPC to be at a reasonable price, normally $1 or under. You're looking for clicks, okay, from 12 to 3 p.m. If you're still not getting any clicks by 12 to 3 p.m., I would probably pause that ad, okay, because you want to see clicks at least by then. Now, this is just I'm talking to you as if you already have your pixel somewhat warmed up, which I think you do. You have sales already. You have add to carts. So your pixel is kind of warmed up in a sense, right? From 6 p.m. to 8 p.m., what I'm looking for, right, is add to carts, right? And if you actually do it this way, you could actually manage 50 to 100 ads, right? And you could really, really kind of start killing and pausing ads that are not working throughout the day and letting the ones that are working just work throughout that day. Okay, so again, a quick recap at 9 a.m. I'm looking at the performance of what happened yesterday, determining on what ads I'm going to pause or what ads I'm going to let run another day. By 12 to 3 p.m., I'm looking for clicks. I'm looking for that CPC to be $1 or under. I'm looking for, even if it's not $1 or under, I'm still looking for clicks. I'm looking for something. There's got to be some kind of thing happening right now, especially if I have the right product and I have the right audience working. And then by 6 p.m. to 8 p.m., I'm looking for add to carts. So if I have add to carts by 6 to 8 p.m., those are probably going to be the ads that I let run overnight. Does that make sense?
Yeah, 100%.
So that's a good way to go that. And just by doing this, you'll be able to go, oh, it's really simple because this is what you're literally going to do, Josh. So do that lifetime again. Click on the right-hand side of where it says June 30th and do lifetime. Okay? Do the lifetime. So let's just say, for example, these are 3 ads that you're running right now, okay? So scroll all the way to the left. Okay, so let's say it's around 3 p.m. It's around 12 to 3 p.m. You see where it says CPC cost per click? I want you to click on that bar itself. Click on that bar itself. Click the bar, yeah. Okay, so right now Facebook has literally populated the ones that have clicks. So right off the bat at 12 to 3 p.m. I can see that first one that's costing me $2.60, I'm probably gonna turn that one off unless it has an add to cart. But $2.60 is really expensive when one of them right now is giving me clicks for 16 cents. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And then the other one by 12 to 3 p.m., if it's 3:01 and I still don't have any clicks, I'm probably gonna turn that one off for that day. I'm gonna sit that ad out. I'm gonna bench it. Okay.
So from 12 to 3, I'm optimizing just on CPC first.
You're not really optimizing. What you're doing is you're basically kind of like a sniper. You're looking to see what's working and what's not. Okay. Now scroll all the way to the right.
So I'm sniping for CPC first from 12 to 3.
Yeah. Obviously, the one that doesn't have anything there, I'd probably just kill. Now by 6 p.m. to 8 p.m., I'm looking for add to carts. Okay. So as you can see, 6 to 8 p.m., I'm probably not gonna let that one run at the top, and I'm probably not gonna let the bottom one run because they have no add to carts. I definitely am gonna let the middle one run throughout the night. You see how that works?
Yeah.
And you can literally do that same exact strategy. And I've literally done this, and I've managed like 50 ads, like just a lot of ads in one time, and it literally takes me just minutes to look through them.
That makes a lot of sense. Okay.
So if you do that, yes, diversify the amount of money you're putting into one ad into multiple ads, and then understand that when you have multiple ads and you follow those rules and you check in on those times, you're actually not going to be spending money. You're going to be making more money, and again, you're going to be in total control. So if you do those things and that's and you know what you're looking for, you're never going to let something go overnight spending money that you know is probably not going to make you any money if you follow those rules. Does that make sense?
100%. Thanks a lot, Paulos.
No problem. Hey, Josh, I have to get going, man. I think this was a really good session. I really appreciate you. I got you in for next week, Thursday, and then we'll do it again. Sounds good?
Yeah, sure. Definitely.
All right, man. You have a good one, brother. God bless. Take care.
Yeah.